The girl. Let her go! Shut up! Come closer, and I kill her! Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Bang! Ah! I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my long-time mentor, Mia Fey. Fugitive data. What the hell? Old-ass computer. Name Terry Fowles. Kidnapping, murder, sentence, death penalty. Okay. Fugitive movements picture. After escaping, Fowles met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Okay. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before me and I ever met. Okay. 6 years earlier, Mia Fey's first trial. Alright, kinda cool. I thought maybe we were going to go to like something that happened after the first case we did in this game, but no, we're going back even further than that. Anyway, February 16th, 9:24 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. We're on case 4 of this game, and it looks like we're back to playing as Mia again. Or are we? I think we are. And this is before she met Phoenix, apparently, based on the fact that we just watched Phoenix looking up some stuff. Ugh, I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Whoa, what the hell? Ah! Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. Don't be so jumpy. I didn't do nothing. I swear I didn't kill nobody. Terry Fowles. Terry Falls? I don't know. My first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. I think it's funny that he's still carrying around the ball and chain that's around his fucking thing. And he's got handcuffs on. Random. Anyway. So why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lied. I didn't escape from nowhere. But, Mr. Fowles, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. I'm sorry. I told a little lie. Oh boy. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it, I didn't kill her. I could never do that. Okay, 2 days ago he escaped from the police wagon where it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. Police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Uh-oh. Who's this? Huh. What the f... And now I know... It's already obvious. He's wearing the same outfit. We now know where Godot came from. This is Godot. Before Godot was Godot. I can tell just by the way he's standing there, the clothes he's wearing, and his hair. It may not be gray yet. So either this is Godot or he's related to Godot. But he definitely looks like Godot. I'm going to do the same Godot voice, I guess. You're not going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. You're... Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where's Mr. Grossberg? Huh, that old man's probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Armando? That's his name, Armando? Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. I didn't say... So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me? No. You've got it all wrong. Today you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. Sure wish I could get out of it, though. Huh, relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. Well, his name's Diego Armando. Am I supposed to do a goddamn Spanish accent? But we've already established Godot's voice. I can't do a different voice for Godot. If he ends up not being Godot, then I'll be dumb. But he's definitely got to be Godot. His face was even the same. His like mannerisms and everything. Anyway, a solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. Sometimes gut feelings aren't a good idea, Mia, especially when you're a lawyer. Anyway, February 16, 10 a.m., here we go. Is it the same judge and everything? Oh shit, and it is Edgeworth, dude. Oh no, it's the other judge. It's the Canadian judge. Aw, man, I can't do a Canadian accent. That's not gonna happen. I can't do the same voice I do for the other judge. Shit. Maybe I'll just throw in a random A. You know, court is now in session for the trial of Terry Fowles, A. Just throw an A in there. That'll be my Canadian accent. And if he ever says about, I'm going to say a boot. That's all there is to it. Anyway, the defense is ready, Your Honor. Yup. There it is. It's frickin' Edgeworth's first... Well, it may not be his first case, but he's new also. Interesting. All right. What was the... I don't even remember my Edgeworth voice. I think it was just like a slightly inflected regular of my own voice. Just like, the prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers, eh? Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. This is... I haven't even established this. First of all, Mia's got a magatama around her neck. She wasn't wearing that, like, later in her career, was she? I don't remember her still wearing the magatama. Also, Edgeworth and Mia went up against each other in their first cases at the same time? That's fucking awesome. Why have I not exclaimed that already? Sorry, I'm so busy reading this sometimes I don't get a chance. I don't stop and take a chance to smell the roses. It's fucking awesome. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're so you're the new prosecutor everybody's talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age, eh? At 20, Your Honor. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned himself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Huh. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that, eh? Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct, eh? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. He's even got his coffee cup in his hand. This is fucking Godot. Anyway, on the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Fowles was responsible for her death. You got it, kitten. Quit calling her kitten, dude. She should punch you in the face for that shit. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, A, let's hear your opening statement, A. This is getting stupid. I don't know what to do with this fucking judge's voice. Anyway. Yes, Your Honor, it was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Fowles, was sentenced to death in this very court. If I don't have to do Edgeworth versus Phoenix, then I'm just going to make Edgeworth's voice my voice. Just because I don't feel like doing nobody having my voice regularly. Or I could just have the judge be that. Nah, whatever, who cares. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. A truly horrible crime, eh? I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. Uh-oh. And I just realized that finger thing he did, that's straight from freaking Von Karma. Anyway, a witness's testimony. Uh-oh, we have a witness. Testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. Okay. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away? That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be Exactly, the victim, the same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Aha, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him, eh? Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now. Okay. Huh? Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Fay. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Oh God, he's doing the Von Karma thing already. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I called the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. I wonder if I should make him... Oh, God, and Gumshoe here, too! Oh, my God. I don't know if I feel like I should almost give Edgeworth more of a snobby voice since he's acting so snobby this early on. Witness, state your name and occupation. No, stop. Fuck it. I'm just going to stick with what I'm doing. Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am. You got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Oh, good Lord. Excuse me? No, seriously. My heart, it's aching for you. Oh, God. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. Okay, I still got it. I got it. Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much was already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir, I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim away into his car. He was recaptured at the police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. Okay. I see. Okay, so we got the map and the story. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there, eh? Your Honor? If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some hoser. Some hoser. He said hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me, and get ready. Alright, here we go. Summary of the incident. Let's get ready to press this bitch. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into this car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint, and we set up at the base of the mountain. Somehow I have a hard time believing any of this. Why would a freaking prisoner who just broke out trying to, like, be free call a police detective just to murder her? That just sounds dumb. Whatever. I'm sure we'll figure out what the fuck, or at least try to. Anyway, well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge, eh? Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right, especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean the defendant, the witness. Everyone's a beginner in here. Huh, you got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got. Kitten. Swear to God, if she does not get mad at him for calling him kitten, I'm gonna punch him in the face. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. We should watch fucking Judge Judy all night. Judge Judy ain't gonna be enough, girl. Anyway. Alright, on the day of the incident, unknown person phoned the sergeant. Okay, what the fuck? Let's just press everything. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called, Sergeant Hawthorne, was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls. No? Yeah, top secret memo that she left on her desk. Okay, so we have a note about a memo she left behind about the victim calling her, or my defendant calling her, whatever you want to call him. Huh. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Ugh. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Huh. Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Ooh, Mia even thinks Edgeworth is cute? Oh boy. Huh. Edgeworth, man, he looks like a cold hard bitch right now. Press him. Bridge up to the mountains, but why meet there? Because it is a very important place to the defendant. That's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. Oh boy. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Huh. Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. Maybe he was just trying to return to the place where he was falsely accused in the first place. I mean, that would make sense. Anyway, let's just keep going with it. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, "Don't move. We've got you surrounded." Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Huh. If that's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but, she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. That's a good question. I'll have to look at my court record in a second here, but let's finish pressing everything first. Mr. Falls had a car then. Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He doesn't even have a car. He was in prison, dude. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Okay, girl shoved in there. That's not a surprise. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Whoa, Nat. That doesn't look too comfortable. Well, I'm starting to think that maybe he drove the car away not knowing the girl was in there. I'm starting to get that feeling from this, but we'll see. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. Seriously, we are. Anyway, you can't tell from the photo, but the knife was stuck in her back since nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car, eh? Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange. Do you? Anyway, Mr. Falls was arrested at the police checkpoint. We said, okay. Should I press this one? I guess let's press this one. What does the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it. I do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing? Nothing? I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says, duh, sorry, I told a little lie. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested, eh? Precisely. Precisely. Alright, finish pressing and then we'll see what we can do. That certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kind of close. Any later and Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap? Walk into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. The ever-famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. Okay, well, let's see what I got in the court record, because I haven't even looked at it yet. Huh, we actually get to see that we have Mia's badge. That's cool. Alright. Reports. Valerie's autopsy. Stabbed with a knife in the back. Died from blood loss between 4 and 5. Okay. Maps. So we have the map of the river. I'm not sure what the cross, that little, like, the two lines that kind of form an X are. I'm not sure why over there on the left there's like a 5 yards. Oh, that's just like a point of reference, so you know how much distance 5 yards is. Okay, I got it. It's a map. I don't know what the car's on there for. Anyway, it's just bridge located 40 feet above, so it's above 40 feet. Got it. Okay. Confidential police matters written by the victim. It says February 14th, 1:21 p.m. Falls, 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Star, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Talk to Dahlia. Son of a bitch. Anyway, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, and then the photo of the girl in the trunk. And that's all we got, huh? That's all we got. Profiles, what do we got? We got, my client sentenced to death 5 years ago, escaped from custody 2 days ago. Okay. Police officer and the victim, the key witness. He in the case against Falls 5 years ago. Hotshot lawyer, my senior and rival at the office, a bit smug. And Edgeworth dubbed a genius. As soon as he started as a prosecutor, today is his court debut. Alright. On, of course, Gumshoe. Charge of initial investigation. Still new to his position. So everybody's new in this case. It's pretty interesting. Anyway, I have no idea where to even start here. On the day of the incident... Okay, let me just go to the photo. Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange. Do you? I don't know. Should I? I don't see any blood. I'm not sure if I should. Huh. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. And that's where she was murdered. I need more information. I'm gonna save it. I know we haven't done much yet, but that's a lot of dialogue we've already been through. Dusky Bridge, designated time. On the day of the incident, an unknown person. Unknown person? Why does he say unknown? Whatever. I still don't like that he says unknown there. But that's the one that was a trap, so I'm gonna leave that one alone. Went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. Okay, let me see. Wait. What time did it say? 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Okay, sorry. And she wrote it down at 1:21. White scarf for identification. White scarf for identification. That's it. That's what it is. It's in her photo, she doesn't have the scarf on. Got it. Got him. Got him. Got him. I mean, there's only so many things I have. It had to be that. It had to be something easy, right? All right. So we don't have the white scarf for identification, right? Yeah. Do it. There you go. Witness. Uh-oh. Here we go. Got that finger point down. What is it? Do you have something to say, Mrs. Fay? Fay? I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that. You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly. Ms. Fay, I'm not sure I like this. Huh. Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective! Here we go. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note? It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like, thus this special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it, you fool! Ah! That's right, be scared. Mia's a fierce woman. The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? I see the defense is a little lacking. Oh god, he has the scarf, doesn't he? That son of a bitch. The scarf you are searching for so desperately. Is it this one, perchance? Oh my god. Ah! Where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. What? Why? Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. Huh. That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white, as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. Well, it looks like it spent some time in the mud. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth? He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. Because Edgeworth is a punk ass, man. He's a punk ass. Anyway. The court will now accept the scarf into evidence. Alright, fucking A. So we got the scarf, now we're going to look at that. Now, if the attorney for the defense has finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Ms. Fay? Dang. Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Very good. And now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hard evidence, that Ms. Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it. Hear all about it. Ah, I almost fucked up my own cue. Son of a bitch. Ah, everything is moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Oh, we'll see about that. I'll show you who's a genius. A funky genius. Alright. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows he is here wearing the scarf, sir. Accidentally taken by the witness. Why would somebody accidentally take a photo? It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Okay. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that the bridge is very high up. It is about a 40-feet drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. A potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel her to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Well, I get the feeling we're at least going to push to see that bitch in the fucking courtroom before this is over with. F that shit. Anyway, so as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Aha! The truth is coming clear to me now, eh? Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty, eh? Not again, that's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, I'm allowed to get it in there, bitch. Just because you're the judge don't mean shit, son. Gotta give me a chance. Alright. Eyewitness. Why are we not bringing the eyewitness in? Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. A female college student? That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. And why not? For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. Female college student, eh? Why does it matter that she's female? Does that matter? I don't fucking know. Anyway. It means she's a female and a college student, sir. If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. Alright. Photo was accidentally taken. How is it accidentally taken? That destroys me. Why is it accidental? The victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, alright. So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains? She was taking photos of wild flowers, apparently. Bullshit. Anyway, there are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Ms. Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo, this cloudy fog-like thing, is it a ghost? I don't believe it! Oh my god, this guy's worse than his fucking old man, bald-headed brother, man. Old and gray brother. Anyway. No, Your Honor, no. I don't think it's a ghost. Dumbass honor. This guy's worse. God, I hope I never have to deal with this Canadian judge after this. Anyway, drizzling, huh? That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Why is that funny? Yeah, see, that's not funny, dude. That's not funny. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on that bridge. It was really something. Okay. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Okay. The thing is that he's standing in front of her in the photo, so that sounds weird to me. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is! He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. Huh. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Brutal? What the fuck is brutal? Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed? Or are you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. You wonder if he's Canadian. I'm pretty sure he's Canadian. He said A. He's Canadian. Huh. Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. Court record, huh? Why is it giving me tips like I don't know how to fucking do this? I get that this is Mia's first case, but still. I mean, like, we're you know, like, if we've played all the Ace Attorney games, even this Ace Attorney game, there was 3 freaking cases before this. Why is it doing that to me? Anyway, I'm going to press one more thing, because there's one more thing to press, and then we'll look at the court record. So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's what the witness said. Well, looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But from what she said, it sounded like a pretty wild fight. Violent fight, ma'am. The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet too. Which would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud, but there's something about this testimony that's still bothering me. Talk about a surprise. I had no idea there was a photo. So what do I do? You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean. Of course I do. Huh. So the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. If what you believe is the truth, then that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance. No shit. Okay, I'm gonna go toward, like, maybe, I don't know, the end, like, right here. Shove the... Yeah, the one that shoved her from behind. That kills me, because he's in the photo itself that we got. He's standing right in front of her. How does he shove her from behind if he's right in front of her? What about the time that's been found on Dusky Bridge? Okay, so it's like a bluish scarf with, I guess, blood on it. We don't even know if that, like, it's muddy. It's either mud or it's blood. I'm thinking it's mud. I'm just gonna throw this at him and see. No? Your Honor, the statement contradicts the fuck. I think the only thing out of place here is that pointer finger of yours. God damn it. That could very well be. Here, take this penalty and try thinking these things through again. Well, thank you for your kindness, Mr. Canadian. Pointer fingers are made for pointing. Alright. Shoved her from behind. That's the part I don't like. Because he's standing in front of her. I figured, like, that makes sense. Standing in front of her. Just, it doesn't make sense to me. Hard to see what's going on. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Okay. Okay. Confidential police materials written by the victim. Talk to Dahlia. Dahlia, that's still bothering me. I know Dahlia, damn it. Alright, wear white scarf, that bridge, 4:30, okay. Bridge, Eagle River. Stabbed with a knife in the back, died from blood loss between 4 and 5. Shoved down. Is it because her clothes aren't dirty? Is that what it is? Like, you'd think if she was in the rain and stuff, she would be all dirty and muddy from falling down. I mean, if it was on a bridge. I wouldn't want to be on that bridge falling down either. That way that bridge looks fucking rickety as hell. Well, not rickety, but, you know, it doesn't look stable. I guess it doesn't look unstable, but it doesn't look super stable. She has a hat on, too. What about the hat? Yeah, what's up with the hat? She didn't have a hat in this picture, did she? Yeah, what's up with the hat? I just realized... I noticed the hat, but I didn't say anything. What the fuck's up with the hat, though? It's drizzling that day. Photo was taken accidentally. Actually, there's a... Okay. What about the hat? The photo... Maybe I'll present it with the... Fuck, this one? Shit! Where do I frickin'... Ah! She's wearing a hat and they're facing forward. What the fuck am I supposed to present? What the fuck am I supposed to present? Huh? Huh? I don't know, man. Shut your mouth, Canadian judge, you son of a bitch. I will destroy your entire face. Alright, anyway. Okay, anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind. It's drizzling. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. Shows her wearing the scarf. I'm gonna press this one again. The victim's wearing a scarf, so how about the witness who took the photo? This one gets sidetracked real fast about how we want to talk to the fucking other witness and the fact that there's no ghosts. Let me press this one again as well. That's right, there was a light rain coming in, the whole place was dreary, but not as dreary as the mood in this court! Ha ha ha! Point is that it was quite damp. There was even some fog. Okay. Press this one again. Is that part of those testimony? Well, of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back. She fell down right on her stomach. Okay, blah blah blah. Save your nasty look for the right person. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. Okay, so this has got to be where we have to do something. But what the fuck? Do I put the scarf? Do I... Maybe I gotta show the photo again because she doesn't have the hat on? Let's try it. Oh, well the music stopped. That's probably a good sign. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Okay, maybe it's the fact that she's not all dirty and wet. She should be wet and dirty. That was... I mean, I did point that out already, but maybe that's what it was. Yeah, fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Oh, she's already flipping the hair. Well, I have evidence here. That doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it? What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions that day? What do you mean? What? That her whole entire fucking what she's wearing is not wet at all? I'm just gonna press it. Naturally, the answer is right here. The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it. Eh? That's exactly what's strange. Remember the testimony? What were the conditions on the bridge that day? Oh, it's getting pulled apart now, bitch. It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. Oh, yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I wasn't sure if she'd get muddy from the bridge, though. But anyway, if the scarf was on the bridge, then I guess it would stand to reason that her coat should be dirty, too. Anyway, that's exactly right. The other day I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled. His playoff beard? Is that what you call it? Your fucking playoff beard? Bitch, I got the playoff beard. Anyway, I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of on the muddy street, his glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet, but not muddy. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? Bitch, you said you found the fucking scarf on the bridge, dude. Really? Anyway, the surface of the bridge, huh? Huh, a real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Oh, here we go. Of course I can. Here is the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. Well, it's the scarf if the scarf was found on the bridge. Owned. The evidence is this scarf. It should be obvious. The scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy. It means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. Bitch, you're the one that found the scarf there. No. I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. He said bimbo. That's fucked up, bro. Racist. Hey, same to you, buddy. Ooh. True, he did say it out loud. Anyway, Ms. Faye's assertion makes sense to me. I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright, it's not like he's really giving me a choice here. Huh. You're doing pretty good for a little kitten. Mr. Armando, no matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie.